Football fans, get ready for a massive clash in La Liga. On Friday, the 6th of March, 2026, all eyes will be on the Estadio Abanca Balaídos in Vigo. This historic ground will host a thrilling encounter between the home side, Celta Vigo, and the giants of Spanish football, Real Madrid. The game is set to kick off at 8 p.m. local time, promising a fantastic start to the weekend's football action. This isn't just another league match, it's a fixture with huge implications at the top of the table and for European qualification spots. The atmosphere in Vigo is always electric, and with their team in such brilliant form, the home supporters will be in full voice, hoping to witness a famous victory under the floodlights. Celta Vigo, managed by the tactically astute Claudio Giraldes, are a team riding a massive wave of confidence. They have been playing with a real swagger lately, stringing together impressive results and climbing up the league table. The players seem to be enjoying their football, which is always a dangerous sign for any opponent. On the other side, we have Real Madrid, a club synonymous with success but currently navigating a tricky period. Under the guidance of their manager, Álvaro Arbeloa, Los Blancos find themselves in an unfamiliar situation, looking to bounce back from some surprising and disappointing defeats. This contrast in recent fortunes sets the stage for a truly compelling narrative. The timing of this match adds another layer of intrigue. For Celta, it's a chance to make a huge statement and prove that their recent run is no fluke. Beating a club of Real Madrid's stature would send a powerful message to the rest of the league. For Real Madrid, the pressure is immense. They cannot afford another slip-up in their pursuit of the La Liga title. Every game from now until the end of the season is like a final for them. This Friday night encounter feels like a potential turning point in the season for both of these proud clubs, with glory and disappointment separated by just 90 minutes of football. The history between these two teams is rich with memorable moments, but it's the present that matters most. Celta Vigo are not just winning, they are playing an attractive brand of football that has won them many admirers. They will approach this game with no fear, believing they can go toe-to-toe with the mighty Real Madrid. Meanwhile, Arbeloa's side will be travelling to Galicia with a point to prove. They will be determined to silence their critics and demonstrate the resilience and quality that has defined their club for generations. It's a classic tale of an informed challenger meeting a wounded champion, and it's happening right here in Vigo. Let's take a closer look at the form guide, because it tells a fascinating story. Celta Vigo are absolutely flying at the moment. They come into this match on the back of 4 consecutive victories across all competitions, a run that has transformed their season. Their recent performances in the league have been particularly impressive, securing clean sheets and 2-0 wins against both Mallorca and Girona. This solid defensive record, combined with their attacking flair, has propelled them into the top 6 of La Liga. Their remarkable ascent has fans dreaming of European football, and they even have a big Europa League round of 16 tie against Lyon to look forward to next week. In stark contrast, Real Madrid are experiencing what many in the Spanish capital are calling a crisis. The league leaders have faltered badly in their last 2 outings, suffering back-to-back defeats that have shaken their title charge. First, they were beaten 2-1 away at Osasuna on February 21st, a result that raised a few eyebrows. This was followed by an even more shocking 1-0 loss at home to Getafe on March 2nd. These results have seen their comfortable lead at the top of the table shrink dramatically. They now sit in second place with 60 points, trailing their fierce rivals Barcelona by 4 crucial points. This match is therefore of monumental importance for Real Madrid's season. Another loss would be a massive blow to their morale and could see them fall even further behind in the title race. Álvaro Arbeloa knows that the pressure is on him to turn things around quickly. A club of Real Madrid's stature demands instant success, and a 3rd consecutive league defeat would be unthinkable for their passionate fan base. They need to rediscover their winning formula, and they need to do it now. The trip to Vigo is not just about getting 3 points, it's about restoring pride and proving they are still the team to beat in Spain. For Celta Vigo, this game represents a golden opportunity. Facing a vulnerable Real Madrid at home, with their own confidence at an all-time high, is the perfect storm. A victory would not only solidify their position in the European places, but would also be a historic achievement. Claudio Giraldes will be telling his players that this is their chance to etch their names into the club's folklore. They have the momentum, the home advantage, and the belief that they can overcome the giants from Madrid. The stage is set for a classic David versus Goliath encounter, except this time, David has been winning every week. Injuries and suspensions are set to play a significant role in this contest, particularly for the visitors. Real Madrid are dealing with a crippling injury list that has robbed them of some of their biggest stars. The most notable absentee is superstar Kylian Mbappé, who is nursing a knee sprain. They will also be without the dynamic Rodrygo for the rest of the season due to a serious ACL rupture. As if that wasn't enough, key figures like Jude Bellingham, David Alaba, and Eder Militao are also sidelined, creating a huge void in both defense and midfield. This injury crisis has undoubtedly contributed to their recent slump in form. To make matters worse for Álvaro Arbeloa, he will also have to contend with several suspensions. Álvaro Carreras, Dean Huijsen, and the promising young talent Franco Mastantuono are all banned for this crucial match. This forces the manager to dig deep into his squad and rely on players who may lack regular first-team minutes. The defensive line in particular looks makeshift, with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Ferland Mendy likely to be partnered by Antonio Rudiger and Fran Garcia. This depleted squad will have its character and depth tested to the absolute limit against a dangerous Celta side. Celta Vigo also have their own injury concerns, though they are not as severe as Madrid's. Manager Claudio Giraldes will be without the services of defenders Marcos Alonso and Karl Starfelt, as well as midfielders Pablo Duran and Franco Cervi. However, they receive a massive boost with the return of their talismanic striker, Borja Iglesias. The 33-year-old is back from suspension and will be eager to add to his impressive tally of 10 goals this season. His presence up front provides a focal point for their attack and a constant threat for the makeshift Real Madrid defense to worry about. The key battles on the pitch will be fascinating to watch. The duel between the returning Borja Iglesias and Real Madrid's experienced centre-back Antonio Rudiger could be decisive. In midfield, the clash between Celta's energetic Ilais Moriba and Real Madrid's powerhouse, Aurelien Tchouameni, will be crucial in determining who controls the tempo of the game. Out wide, watch for the exciting young Celta wingers, Fer Lopez and Hugo Alvarez, as they look to exploit any space left by Madrid's attacking fullbacks. And of course, Real Madrid will be relying on the magic of Vinicius Jr to produce a moment of brilliance to unlock the organized Celta defense. The stakes could not be higher for both clubs as they head into this Friday night clash. For Celta Vigo, this match is all about their European ambitions. A win would be a giant step towards securing a place in either the Europa League or the Conference League for next season. It would cement their status as one of the top teams in Spain this year and provide a massive confidence boost ahead of their continental tie with Lyon. They are fighting to turn a good season into a truly great one, and beating Real Madrid would be the crowning achievement of their campaign so far. The players are not just playing for points, they are playing for a place in Europe. For Real Madrid, the objective is clear. They are fighting to save their La Liga title challenge. After dropping 6 points in their last 2 games, they have handed the advantage to their rivals, Barcelona. They simply cannot afford to lose any more ground. Every match is a must-win from here on out. A victory in Vigo would get their season back on track, quiet the talk of a crisis, and put the pressure right back on Barcelona. A loss, however, could be catastrophic, potentially leaving them 7 points adrift and with a mountain to climb in the remaining fixtures of the season. This is a defining moment for Álvaro Arbeloa's team, so what can the fans expect? They can expect an intense, high-stakes game of football played at a furious pace. Celta Vigo will likely come out of the blocks quickly, spurred on by their passionate home crowd. They will look to press high, play with confidence, and take the game to their more illustrious opponents. They will see this as a free hit, a chance to play without fear and express themselves. Expect them to be aggressive, organized, and clinical on the counter-attack, with Borja Iglesias looking to pounce on any defensive errors from the visitors. This is exactly why the match promises to be so exciting. We have a Celta team in the form of their lives against a wounded Real Madrid side desperate for a win. Will Celta's momentum be too much for the depleted champions, Or will Real Madrid's star players, like Vinicius Jr. and Thibaut Courtois, step up and deliver when it matters most? It's a classic encounter between an underdog on the rise and a giant backed into a corner. This clash has all the ingredients of a La Liga classic: drama, passion, high stakes, and two teams with everything to play for. Don't miss it.